half-court matchup.
Oh, yeah, this should be a battle on the baseline. Great to watch skilled bigs trade blows and show off what they can do down low.
Now the opening lineup for the Portland Trailblazers. We've got Avdia, Anthony Simons out there with Matisse Thybulle. Then it's DeAndre Ayton, and it's Kamare in at the small forward position. Sabonis against Avdia. The three-pointer off the mark. And Levine has got the ball here for Sacramento. Pass to DeRozan. Takes a three. Drills it from deep.
A rare three for DeMar DeRozan. He's a different type of wing. He would much rather step in and knock down the mid-range too.
Here's Thybulle. And right away, they've matched it with a three-pointer of their own.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Now here's Levine. DeRozan outside. The three is up. Avdia pulls it in. Portland has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. All right, on the line, we've got our insider, Shams Charania. What do you have for us, Shams?
Hey, guys. Well, this year marked the loss of Blazers great, Hall of Famer, and truly a one-of-one, Bill Walton. One of the greatest big men this league has ever seen, known for his incredible passing skills. And off the court, he was just as dedicated to assisting others and making the world a better place. Guys, there is no question Bill Walton will be missed.
His legacy carries on. Okay, Shams, thank you. Now here's DeRozan. The three. That one falls. Nice feed from Sabonis. DeRozan's got 6.
He plays the game in so many different ways. DeMar DeRozan getting it done here with some nice handles.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
Sacramento has gone 2 for 4 from range to start things off. Oh, got that bucket in no time at all.
That's a strong response from Levine. You got to D him up from there.
Here's Ayton. And it's Portland with another. Already 5 lead changes here.
Speaks to how evenly matched these teams have been thus far.
Ellis passes to DeRozan. Three-pointer. Avdia pulls it in.
That is not a guy you want to allow open looks from range. Lucky for the defense, he just couldn't get it to go.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Keegan Murray. That's his first foul. Monk, he's checked in for Ellis. And also a switch here for Portland. Scoot Henderson's checked in for Kamara. Outside for Henderson. Here's Thybulle. That three's off the mark. And it's Murray with the ball for the Sacramento Kings. They trail by 1. Off target with the 3.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Avdia can't get it to go. Sacramento has gone 3 of 7 from beyond the arc in the first. Levine with it. Thybulle picks him up. Levine passes to DeRozan. This one for 3. Counted from distance. He's got 9.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
Now here's Henderson. Monk with a steal. They're running. 4-3. And there's the foul. It's on DeAndre Ayton. That's his first foul of the game. And Sacramento making a change here. Valanciunas is checked in. Levine passes to Murray. The 3 from DeRozan. Offensive rebound. 1:06 left in the first. That miss makes him 3 for 7. For Portland, they've gone 4 of 8 and looking in control. Pass to Klingon. Avdia with it. There's the drive. Ooh, nice concentration to hit the double clutch layup. Avdia's got 5 now.
Yeah, just a great find by Klingon. As he plays more and more, the game will slow down for him.
That's a guy you want taking shots, a quality offensive player.
Now here's Grant. Henderson for 3. Over to the wing. Pass to Grant. Tries the spin move. Clock at 6. On target from range.
Check out the handles. A spin move like that is how you lose the nearest defender.
1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. These are his first free throws of the game. That free throw no good. A big group substitution here for Sacramento. Sabonis, he's checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Lyles comes in for Murray. LaRavia is checked in for DeMar DeRozan. And it's Carter in for Zach LaVine. And also a switch here for Portland. Kamara's checked in for 3. Klingon. And again, it's the Trailblazers from deep. Already 7 lead changes. These teams are really going after each other.
It's been a brutal game to play, but a fun one to watch.
Back to Carter. Gets it off. And no good. Trying to get that one to fall. Well, it's been a high-scoring, competitive game through the... And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even on the scoreboard so far. And looking at what we've seen from the Trailblazers, what do you guys think?
Well, what I love is the tremendous belief in their bench. They were looking for points, and their reserves delivered.
Sometimes you just need a change of pace. The bench delivered that.
Trey Lyles is out there with Domantas Sabonis. Then it's Malik Monk, and it's Carter in at the point guard position. So that's the 5 in the game for Sacramento. And you watch Donovan Klingon. He really benefited from that extra year in college, Graham.
Yeah, the development cycle can be a little longer for centers, B.A. He cleaned up a lot offensively and took his strength and conditioning to another level.
Portland leading. Grant outside. Pure from 3-point range. Grant's got 6 points.
He really hooked the defender with that pump fake. It worked to perfection.
And another miss by Sacramento. The Trailblazers have gone just 1 of 3 to begin the second quarter. Pass to Klingon. Outside Sharp. They set a pick. And here's Grant. Down low. Outside Sharp. Trailblazers got to hurry. Got to get up a shot. Henderson for 3. Rebounded. Domantas Sabonis. Kings trail by 5. The 3. And it's Monk missing. Portland has gone 1 of 4 from 3-point land here in the second. Here's Grant. Rebounded by Lyles.
Normally he drains that.
Offensively, it's been a struggle for him.
Yeah, they need to string together some shots to have any kind of chance.
Fires from deep. Kept alive by Sacramento. Carter finds Monk. Buries it from 3.
Rate of baskets assisted, it's a stat I really like. It tells the story of how well you are playing team offense.
Henderson against Carter. Pass to Klingon. Back to Henderson. Outside Sharp. For 3. Connects from downtown. Sharp's got his first 3 points of the game.
And everybody wants to see what kind of range Sharp has. Looks like the NBA three-point line won't be a problem for him.
Sabonis can't hit. Portland leading by 5. Pass to Klingon. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second. Sharp, no good.
That's just a bucket. No, like you expect him to make. It's tough when you miss them.
Carter can't get it to go. And so Grant will bring it up for Portland. He shoots. Henderson misses.
Well, the defense didn't have any impact on that shot, but somehow he still misses it.
Well, despite the effort to create super teams, the league has a lot of parity right now, Grant.
It really does, and I like it. It's not quite like the 80s Celtics and Lakers or the 90s Bulls, partly because of the salary cap. It's so hard to pay more than 2, maybe 3 stars at a time.
LaVine, he's checked in for the Kings. Ellis comes in for Carter. Now here's Williams. Back to Ben. Pass to Grant. Shoots over LaVine. Again, the miss by Portland.
And he felt like he needed a little bit more space with the fade to get off the shot, but that might have been what threw him off and made him miss.
Here's Lyles. Back to Monk. Three-pointer. Poke loose. And it's the Trailblazers on the break. And here's Grant from the arc. Outside Sharp. Pass to Grant. The three is up. Portland, no good that time either.
This has not been his best quarter.
Yeah, he needs to mix things up on the offense. He simply just can't keep missing shots at this rate because he's destroying his teammates.
And this is how he shines. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
Yeah, and you got to know where he is at all times, especially when he's roaming around the perimeter ready to fire.
Now here's Grant. 6 points for him. From outside the arc. Knocks down the long J. Banton's got himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Grant with a steal. And it's the Trailblazers on the break. Left side Williams. Pass to Sharp. The three ball. And Domas Sabonis pulls it down. Sabonis has got rebound number 8 here already in the game. Lyles a screen. Here's Levine for three. And Klingon pulls it down. Klingon's got his 6th rebound on the night. And Grant gets it to go.
Nice ball movement there. That's how you break down the defense.
Here's Levine. And off the left side of the rim, it swirls in for him. Levine's got 14 points for the game.
And that's just nasty right there, guys. He has a tremendous crossover.
And so a close game as we wrap up the first half of play. Trailblazers out in front, leading by 3. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3. And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, this second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams trying to gain an edge. Boy, Zach LaVine has been sensational.
You just love his patience offensively in the first half. Waited until he got the looks he wanted.
You love guys who can get their shots within the flow of the offense.
On the court right now for Portland. Shaden Sharp out there with Delano Banton. Then it's Murray. Then it's Jeremy Grant. And it's Klingon in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
You know, depending on where Jeremy Grant's been, he's filled a lot of different roles. He's been asked to be the alpha or the second option or even a role player. But whatever it is, he's always willing to do whatever it takes to help the team.
Kings trail by 3. Sabonis, the pass to Levine. From outside, off the mark.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Three-pointer Sharp. It's good. And the assist goes to Murray. He has 6.
And you see right there the practice time Sharp's put in. Sound shooting mechanics for a guy who hasn't played a lot of games in his career.
Here's Ellis. He's scoreless. Picked by Murray. Pass to Ellis. 6 to shoot. Now DeRozan. He's covered by Grant. Beyond the arc. Sinks the tray.
Slow reaction from the D, and it cost him 3.
And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball. Murray from outside. And again, it's the Trailblazers from deep.
This is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Now here's Sabonis. On the wing, Levine takes the 3. And the Kings with another 3.
Off the pass, Levine is more or less just automatic. He just lets it fly.
Three-pointer Sharp. Oh, some solid D from DeRozan. Kings trail by 3. Pass to Ellis. Murray for 3. Murray connects from outside.
Yeah, this is the kind of confidence you love seeing. Murray not thinking twice at all about firing away.
Three-pointer Sharp. Rebound by Sacramento.
It's hard not to want payback when you give up a 3 at the other end, but it can force you to rush things.
Murray from outside. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Klingon's got 8 rebounds in the game. Grant with a screen on Murray. Murray with it. Picked up by DeRozan. Here's Grant. Pass to Benton. Launches a three. Rebounded. Domantas Sabonis. Sabonis has got 11 rebounds in the game.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Outside Levine for the lead. And Clingan pulls it down. The Trailblazers have gotten only 2 of 7 shots to go in the third quarter. Murray against Murray. Murray passes to Sharp. On the wing, Murray. And they turn it over. Shot clock violation as the buzzer sounds.
And that is an absolute heartbreaker of a turnover. In a close game like this, that might be enough to impact how it ends.
Monk, he's checked in for Ellis. Now here's Murray. Here's Levine for three. It's good. And the assist goes to Murray. Levine's got 6 here in the quarter.
And put your head down and go to work. That's what they need to do.
Yeah, when the game is up for grabs like this one has been, it's all about the attention to detail.
It's turned into a showdown here. Dueling from distance.
Take that, he says. I see your 3, and I'll raise you another 3.
And it's DeRozan missing.
And sometimes on defense, you can just get lucky.
Pass to Kamari. Jacks up a 3. Another 3 for Portland.
Hey, the D's got to be better. I mean, that's a high-quality look for him.
And so Monk will bring it up for Sacramento. It's a 3-point game. Sabonis, the pass to Monk. From behind the arc. Knocks down the triple. Monk's got 7 points in the game.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You gotta show some fire and keep defending.
1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. Murray finds Sabonis. Oh, they get a hand on it. Kicks it to DeRozan. Fires for 3. Drains the triple. And now a 3-point Kings lead.
Nice ball movement there. Delivered the pass right on time.
Here's Kamari. It's good! It's good at the buzzer! Wow!
Makes it.
And the game's still closely contested as we end the third quarter. Kings ahead. They're up by 1. And we're coming right back. Be sure to stay with us as we get set for quarter number 4. And let's take this opportunity to show you our State Farm assist to the game.
You know, I'm kind of stoked that this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
That wasn't a better pass in the game, almost like he had a 6th sense.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far. With this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. They've got Malik Monk, Jonas Valanciunas out there with Zach LaVine, and it's Ellis in at the 1 spot. That's the 5 out there for the Kings. Williams with the screen. Pass to Rupert from the arc. It's rebounded by LaVine. The Kings leading. Here's LaRavia. Back to LaVine. Ellis passes to Monk. Here's the 3. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. A few possessions into the fourth. Just over a minute played. Outside Walker. Pass to Sharp. Spins. Here's Rupert. Fires the 3. Valanciunas with a rebound. Monk with it. Valanciunas with a screen on Walker. And another miss by Sacramento. Portland has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the fourth quarter. Launches it. Walker sets a screen. Here's Rupert. He buries it from 3. Rupert's gotten himself going with a triple. His first basket of the game. LaRavia passes to Monk. On the wing, LaVine. And a once again, off the mark by Sacramento.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
Here's Rupert. He's covered by Levine. Pass to Henderson. Here's Rupert. Back to Henderson. Levine with a steal. Ooh, poked away. And they're on the run. Walker finds Sharp. Henderson scanning the floor. Wide open look. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. And it's a 4-point Portland lead. And taking a quick gander here at the hustle stats for the Trailblazers.
They've been defending with excellent anticipation all game long. Just look at how many times they've managed to get their hands on the ball.
Yeah, they've also done a great job of running. Attacking when they get the chance, always a great idea.
Here's Walker. Pass to Henderson. Just 5 to shoot. Three-pointer Sharp. Valanciunas with a rebound. The Kings shooting just 38%. Their offense not where they want to be. And the call will be against Jabari Walker. That's his first foul. And Sacramento with some changes. Domantas Sabonis, he's checked in for Valanciunas. Keegan Murray comes in for LaRavia. And DeRozan is subbed in for Monk. Sacramento again missing.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
Pass to Kamari. We've got 1:13 left in the final quarter. Kings trail by 4. And here is DeRozan. He's covered by Simons. Here's Levine for 3. He connects! And that one brings him within 1.
Great to see guys who don't back down under pressure.
He knew what they needed here and was determined to deliver.
And so here's Sacramento. They've allowed just 7 points here in the 4th. And Avdia comes to help. DeRozan outside. Pass to Ellis. Thibault against Levine. Shot clock at 5. Kicks it to DeRozan. To tie it up. He can't get it to go. We've got 22 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Yes!
They have a relentless mentality, even with the game in total control.
No let up with these guys. They're going for the throat now.
There's the 3. Nails it from 3. And the Trailblazers lead by 8. So the Trailblazers win it. They have to feel...
One thing you gotta love watching is great ball movement.
Which is something both of these teams take pride in. It's always fun to watch guys be unselfish with the ball and look to make each other better.
And now the Golden State Warriors starters. The post pair for them. It's Green and Looney. Moody is out there with Curry, and it's Butler in at the 3 spot. Curry from deep three-point land. Good. Great play by Green to set it up.
I mean, the range is just unreal. Curry can make even the toughest shots look easy.
Ellis finds DeRozan from outside the arc. That's no good. Misses his first shot of the night. And here's Green. He'll bring it up for the Golden State Warriors. It's a 3-point game. Pass to Looney. This one for 3. DeMar DeRozan grabs the board. Sacramento's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Sabonis sets the big for Levine. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
And running the pick and roll to perfection there. Much easier to execute when you have a handle like Levine.
Curry outside. And it's Sacramento with the rebound. Greg, give us one word to describe Domantas Sabonis on the offensive end.
Kevin, I guess I'd say dominant, but that one scratches the surface. The way Sabonis drops dimes, hits shots, and controls the glass, dominant just doesn't even really begin to say enough.
Well, Jimmy Butler's 3-ball is just going to extend that defense, and now he's going to make plays inside.
Levine dishes to DeRozan. From past the arc. And it's Looney with the rebound.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Moody's shot is off. Sacramento's gone 1 of 5 from downtown in the first quarter. Points out there have been hard to come by.
Head always on a swivel. Levine making things happen with his passing.
And the Kings making a change here. Monk's checked in. Sacramento on defense. Shoots the 3. Curry's shot is good. Curry's got a pair of 3s now in the first quarter for the Warriors.
Honestly, guys, Curry is the best three-point shooter I've ever seen.
Golden State's gone 3 of 6, 50% from deep so far tonight. Green passes to Moody. Green with a screen on Levine. Jacks up a 3. Rebound by Murray. The Kings trail by 3. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Well, Sacramento's head coach gave me a few minutes. And we talked about facing off against Jimmy Butler, and the coach said, you have to compete. No one in the league plays harder than Jimmy. He's a guy who gives his all on both ends, so you can't take one possession off. Jimmy Butler, truly a two-way star. Guys?
All right, David, thanks.
And by no means a volume three-point shooter. DeRozan barely takes threes compared to most wings in the league.
Here's Moody, and a great assist by Curry as that one goes in.
Well, you can see it's a matter of pride out there for these guys.
Not always the best scenario, but in this game, pride takes over. You score on me, I'm going to come back and score on you.
And I like the back and forth here, showing confidence from range.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
Looney kicks to Butler. Three-pointer. And the slam by Moody.
And that's a lesson for the D. Fight harder on the glass.
Yeah, you just can't afford to give up second chance opportunities again and again.
Monk against Curry. Sabonis sets the pick for Levine. Outside for Murray. Another 3 for Sacramento.
And you like Murray as a spot-up shooter. Knows where to park himself and always ready to receive the pass. Pass to Looney.
Monk against Curry. In the corner, Moody with it. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Kings leading now by 4. Monk outside. Levine wide open. Offline with his 3. The Warriors have gone just a shade under 50% from the field. 5 of 11. Moody's shot is off.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
Levine's shot is off. With 1 on the clock. What a shot!
Oh, yes.
Amazing!
That would count.
Unreal.
Oh, beats the...
A nice first quarter of play. We've seen plenty of offense so far. Kings ahead. They lead by 1. Stay with us as we get set to bring you the second quarter right after this. And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for Sacramento.
Well, they haven't wasted any time getting into a groove from deep, putting up and hitting a healthy amount of three-pointers thus far.
Well, one thing that's noticeable is just tremendous energy from everybody, and they put that into their transition play, and all that hustle is paying off.
Carter out there with Monk. Then it's Sabonis. Then it's Trey Lyles. And it's LaRavia in at the 3, the small forward. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Kings. All right, Brent, quickly. First thing that comes to your mind when you think of Jonathan Kuminga.
Physicality, Kevin. I mean, this guy is so dominant athletically that Jonathan Kuminga is a presence out on the floor. He continues to put himself in the situations where he can put his body on guys and play fearlessly. His game is going to continue to grow.
Here's Curry with the 3. Sabonis grabs the board. Sabonis has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Pass to Lyles. Lyles a screen on Kuminga. And it's Carter missing. And so Curry will bring it up for Golden State. Trailing by 2. No one near Payton as he lets it go. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in.
Yeah, it feels like Steph doesn't even have to look. He just knows where his teammates are.
Lyles no good. Golden State's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. They grabbed their own miss. Outside for Curry. It's stolen by Lyles. Carter with the 3. On for 3. It's hauled in by Jackson Davis. Warriors have gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. They set the screen. Kuminga finds Jackson Davis. Curry making it look so easy.
And Curry's found his groove out there, and that's a scary thought.
Poke loose. Curry with the steal. On the wing, Heel. Still without a basket. There's the 3. Sinks the three-pointer. And now a 7-point Warrior lead.
There you go again. A nice kick out after the D had collapsed on him.
Carter, the pass to Monk. Will it go? That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2. And, Brent, you've seen the way the game has grown over the years. The skill level of the league is higher than ever.
Well, the talent level, Kevin, that is on display on a nightly basis in this league is staggering. But a lot of kids out there watching what's going on. They're going to push this game even further. How exciting is that?
6 to shoot. Lets the 3 fly. And another 3 for Golden State.
Well, the moment that ball went through on the other end, you could see Steph wanting the ball back. And, of course, he did it. That's the answer.
Outside Carter. And another 3 for Sacramento.
Nice answer back there. Love to see the competitiveness.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
Here's Curry. Out to Payton. Here's Jackson Davis. And it's good off the back rim and in. And the Warriors lead by 6. Sacramento's gotten half their shots from three-point range to go down in the second quarter. 3 of 6 from downtown. The Warriors have gone 6 of 10 from the floor here in the second quarter. Hield sets the pick for Curry. Pass to Jackson Davis. And the 3 off target. Kings have gone 3 of 7 shooting the ball here in the second quarter. Monk outside. Oh, good on the triple.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Three-pointer, Heel. It's hauled in by Lyle. They play the clock right. They can go 2 for 1.
Just got to time it up right.
In the corner, it's Monk. The tray creams the three-pointer. Monk's got a couple of three-pointers in the second for the Kings.
How about the quickness of that release by Monk? An experienced catch-and-shoot player who feels comfortable firing from deep.
Jackson Davis finds Curry. Over Carter. Curry's shot is good. Curry's got 8 here in the quarter.
One of the more skilled offensive players that is on the floor here tonight. Not an easy fella to hold in check.
Monk outside. And it's Wiles in the corner. Carter outside. Beyond the arc. And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. Warriors lead by 5. Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after this break. And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Really an incredible game from Stephen Curry.
Well, through the first 2, he has been nothing short of a marksman from deep.
Yeah, you would hope the defense at least would start to consider creeping up on him just a little bit.
And on the floor for Steve Kerr as we get into the second half. The post pair for him. It's Green and Looney. Curry is out there with Moody. And it's Butler in at the small forward. Sabonis sets the pick for Levine. They get the rebound. Murray outside. Launches a 3. And there's Levine on the assist by Murray. Levine's got 9.
A rapid-fire release by Levine on that one.
Warriors leading by 5. Curry deciding where to go with it. Butler a screen on Sabonis. Looney finds Curry. Takes a 3. Butler loves the three-point look.
I love how competitive Jimmy Butler is. You know he's not going to let the opposition get the best of him.
And Jimmy Butler put together, Brent, one of the all-time playoff runs, leading the Heat to the finals in 2023.
Well, you don't want to live in or dwell on the past, but man, Miami being the 8th seed that year, Kevin, and with Jimmy putting up 38 a game in that first round against the Bucks. The guy earned the MVP of the Eastern Conference Finals. What a run.
Shot clock at 5. Murray for 3. Drills it from outside. 9 points in the game so far.
No way he's going to pass that shot up. The D is way too far back and relaxed in getting out on it.
Curry kicks it to Looney. Lets it go from deep. It's hauled in by the Kings. Sabonis has got his 7th rebound here tonight. On the wing, Murray. Here's the 3. Draymond Green pulls it in.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Curry passes to Moody. Back to Curry. Pass to Butler from downtown. Rebound by the Kings. Ellis with it. And Curry picks him up defensively. DeRozan for 3. Warriors with the rebound. Looney's got 7 rebounds in the game. And Zach LaVine gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. Malik Monk, he's checked in for Sacramento. And the Warriors also making a change. Fields checked in. Kept alive. Pass to Moody. Curry setting the pick for Butler. The 3. And Stephen Curry gets the 3. Curry's got 20 points.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
The coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
In the corner, Murray with it. Left side, Levine. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Levine's got 5 points in the quarter.
And a nice, smooth stroke. When Levine feels that rhythm, he's a knockdown jump shooter.
The shot by Butler, nobody around. And another three for Golden State.
And kind of par for the course here, right? Coming through with a solid offensive game to help them get this lead.
Monk kicks to Sabonis. Back to Monk. For the three. AT that time from Curry. And here's Curry, who brings it up for the Warriors. They lead by their biggest margin of the game, 9. Hield outside. Back to Curry. Hield with a screen on Monk. Snatched up. Right wing. Here's Moody. Knocks down the three ball. Moody's got the lead up to 12 now for the Warriors.
That's the kind of passing you want there. Work the ball around, keep it moving, try to get an assist on every bucket.
Levine, good.
And I like the back and forth here, showing confidence from Rain.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
Butler with the ball, now guarded by Murray. Moody the pass to Kerr. Three-pointer. Puts up a three. DeRozan with the rebound. DeRozan's got his 4th rebound in this one. Levine for three. Good, and it's Sabonis with the assist that time. Sabonis has got 3 assists now in this one. Now here's Curry, who's got 20. Hield sets the pick for Butler. Gets it off. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. Shots continuing to fall as we conclude the and it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
You know, anytime a guy's in the post and the teammates know he's unselfish, great player movement can create an opportunity just like that.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this 4th quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. Monk is out there with Ellis. Then it's Zach LaVine. Then there's Jonas Valanciunas. And it's LaRavia in at the power forward position. So that's the 5 in the game for Sacramento. Inside, Sacramento moving it around. Monk for three. Hits the three-point bomb. Monk's got the first basket as we get going in the 4th for the Kings. Curry dishes to Hield. Hield sets the pick for Curry. Trying to come right back with the 3 of his own. It's no good. Monk outside. No good. That would have tied it. Warriors leading by 3. Curry with it. Now guarded by Monk. Pass to post. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Curry's got 4 assists in the game.
Oh, nice feed. You can see how Curry makes their offense flow, even when he's not scoring.
Here's Valanciunas. No good on the 3. Golden State's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the 4th quarter. Hield from outside. Valanciunas grabs the board.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
They swipe it. Ellis gets to Monk. Bangs home the trifecta. Monk's got a couple of three-pointers now in the 4th for Sacramento.
And you gotta love that 3-point stroke of Monk. I mean, he's got such a high arcing shot there. It gives it a good chance to go in from deep.
That's nice vision there. You see that pass, you make the feed before the defense has a chance to react, and that opens up a much better opportunity to score.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Misses the 3. The Kings trail by 6. Ellis with it. And Curry picks him up defensively. And it's LaRavia missing. The Warriors have gone just 33% from the field in the 4th quarter so far. They are 2 of 6. There's a good screen. Pass to post. Payton looking it over. Launches it. Trains it from beyond the arc. And now it's a 9-point Warrior lead.
You cannot leave him alone like that, especially from long range.
The shot by Monk is no good.
Man, you get so caught up in the bravado of someone scoring on you and you wanting to even the score. Unfortunately, he couldn't answer back. I think if I was coaching these guys right now, especially him, I'd tell him, you take one more three-point shot, and we're going to have some conversations here side by side.
Both teams will make substitutions. And it's the Kings with the ball. 9-point game. Sacramento again missing. There's a minute 47 left to play in the final quarter. Pass to Green. Takes the three. Rebound by the Kings. Murray right side. Butler with the steal. Curry kicks to Butler. Looney with it. Over Sabonis. And the Warriors miss again. The Kings shooting a lackluster 38% for the game, struggling so far. And taken away by Ellis. Down low, kick out to Levine. Off target from outside. Warriors leading by 9. And a deep three from Curry. Ellis with some nice deep. Pass to Levine. DeRozan for three. Hits it from three-point range.
How about the heart DeRozan plays with? In the clutch, he's fully committed to getting his team whatever they need.
Butler from outside. And DeMar DeRozan pulls it down. And so here's Sacramento. Levine for three. That shot, no good.
Boy, I'd love to see him just get a smidge closer to the basket. Once he sees a few shots go in from there, that might open up everything from distance.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Curry passes to Green. Clock at 4. Pulls up on the wing. Outside for Curry. Green with a screen on Ellis. Butler from outside. Can't get it to fall. So we see the Warriors get the win here. A truly gutsy. Thanks so much, David. And that'll do it, folks. So for David.
tonight we've got two teams who aren't afraid to slow the pace of the game.
Well, B.A., it's because they're both adept at operating their half-court sets. They don't feel the need to push the tempo all the time.
Let's take a look at our starters for the Golden State Warriors. Down low, it's Draymond and Looney. Moses Moody out there with Stephen Curry. And it's Butler in at the 3, the small forward. Now here's Thibault from deep. Looney grabs a miss. Green against Aiden from downtown. And Green good for 3.
One of the primary ways Green helps this offense, operating as a stretch big.
And it's Simons with the ball for Portland. It's a 3-point game. Thibault passes to Aiden. And they waste no time getting those 3 points back.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Butler can't get it to go. Portland has gone 1 of 2 from 3-point land so far. Blockbuster trades have become more the norm here in the NBA, Grant. Just ask Portland in 2023.
Yeah, the Trailblazers were at the center of some big moves, but that's just how it's done now. Entire teams can be restructured in the process of a single transaction. He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Avdia against Green. Fades and shoots. Looney grabs a miss.
And even with the miss, that's a high percentage shot for him.
Simons against Curry. Knocked away. Out of bounds. It'll be Portland's ball. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
I had a chance to catch up with Chauncey Billups. I asked him outright how he planned to deal with Steph Curry. How does anyone deal with him? Coach joked. He went on to say, we'll try to contest every shot and chase him off the arc, but emphasis on try. Not easy to solve a problem with no good solution, I guess, B.A.
Good job there, Allie. Thanks. Out to Simons. 6 on the shot clock. Into the lane. Gets his second attempt to go. Now he's 1 for 2.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Once he gets in deep on the defense, there is no way he's missing a layup like that.
Now here's Curry. Butler, a screen on Avdia. And here's Curry for 3. Thibault with the board. For Portland, they've gone 2 for 5 here in the first. On the wing, Simons. Let's go with a 3. Avdia outside. Lets a 3 fly. He drops it from range.
Well, the defense can't lose track of him. He's just too talented offensively.
Got a piece of it. Pass to Kamari. Fires from the wing. And the Blazers getting another bucket right there.
Unselfish basketball. That's what coaches love to see.
Green with a screen on Simons. Curry passes to Green. Curry looking it over. Back to Green. Shot clock at 6. Golden State needs to get off a shot. Moody from outside. And the Warriors miss again.
Well, the defense got lucky there. More often than not, he's making that shot.
Here's Simons. The Warriors pull it in. Looney's got 4 rebounds in the game. Curry passes to Butler. And here's the fast break. Here's Ayton. Pass to Simons. 1:05 left to play in the first. Outside Thibault. Here's Kamari. Butler covering. 4 on the clock. Here's Avdia. Goes to the fadeaway. Avdia's got 5 points.
Yeah, not sure why he faded away there. Sure looked like he had plenty of space.
Curry passes to Butler. Looney the screen. Outside Butler. Pass to Moody. To stop the drought. Portland with a rebound. There's a 4-second difference between the shot and game clock. Here's Kamari. Fires the three. And the shot's off. 1 for 2 in this one. And it's Green with the ball for the Warriors. They trail by 6. Here's Curry. Outside for Butler. Drops in the 3.
Rock solid screen right there. The defender got completely lost.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from there.
And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out ahead in this second quarter. And let's take a moment to get your take, guys, on the scoring so far for the Trailblazers.
Well, I have to applaud their ball movement. They're moving the ball around, finding the best looks they can, and keeping everyone involved.
Yeah, on top of that, they've been resourceful defensively, generating scoring opportunities by forcing turnovers.
So on the floor for Golden State, Curry and Hield to the sharpshooting backcourt. Kuminga is out there with Trace Jackson-Davis, and it's Payton in at the small forward position. And the Blazers making a change here. Banton's checked in. Curry passes to Kuminga, and here's Hield. And here's Curry for 3. And Clingan pulls it down. Now Portland with it. And here's Grant from the arc. Hits the trifecta. Grant's got himself on the board with a 3 there.
Yeah, a tremendous athlete. Grant excels on the fast break.
Hield for 3. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Curry. Curry's got 3 assists in the game.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
And sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Back to Henderson. Outside Sharp. Lets it go from deep. Kept alive. Here's Clingan. Covered by Jackson-Davis. Curry with a steal. Stolen by Sharp. Grant in the post. He's watched by Kuminga. With the fadeaway. Pass to Banton. Now here's Grant. There's the triple. Banton can't get it to go. Outside Curry. Hield for 3. And the Warriors with another 3.
Long-range shots like that, almost effortless for Hield. Every chance he gets, he'll take that shot.
Here's Grant. Gets it to go. That makes him 2 for 3 in this game.
Oh, what a crafty move, causing the defender to pause right there.
Lots of Grants in the NBA over the years. Jeremy Grant acts like a guy who grew up around the league. You can really see it, Coach.
Well, Brian, he really did grow up around the league, and really just a high IQ player, great in the locker room, gives you great energy and effort every night.
Payton with it. Henderson picks him up. Hield for 3. Portland with a rebound. Now the Blazers moving it up. 3-pointer Sharp. And he's in the books. Now 1 for 2.
That's an athletic play by Sharp. Putting in the sweat to beat the other guys back on the fast break.
Outside Hield. Shot to stop the run. Portland with a rebound. Clingan's got 4 rebounds now. Boy, the offense has been on point.
They have great timing and great communication. So hard to get stops against them.
Well, that's a shot the defense felt like they could live with, and it worked out for them that time.
Payton against Sharp. The kick out, Curry. Here's the pick. Back to Payton. Cuts off the pass. Pass to Henderson. Now the Blazers on the move. Outside Sharp. Puts up a 3. Jackson-Davis grabs the miss. Warriors trail by 4. Outside Curry. The 3. And the Warriors miss again. For Portland, they've gotten 4 of their first 9 shots to go here in the second. It's stolen by Hield. In transition, here come the Warriors. Here's Payton. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Curry. Curry's got 5 assists in the game.
With all eyes on Steph when he has the ball, his teammates find openings, and he finds them.
The ball's knocked loose. It's stolen by Kuminga. For the finish, and Kuminga throws it down.
And that's gotta hurt. A turnover for a free run at the rim.
And now we know who has the momentum.
A sequence like that really does sting. I'll tell you that much.
Benton. Again, the miss by Portland. The Warriors have gotten over 50% of their shots to go. 5 for 9 in the second. Curry, no good.
Well, you can't question his confidence from out there, but it's not falling. Maybe time for a different approach.
There's a screen. Pass to Benton. Back to Grant. He gets it up. Good! Without a second to spare.
Oh, you gotta have some real nerve to hit that shot.
What poise, what focus. That's an impressive shot.
It's been all about Jeremy Grant for Portland. 8 points in the quarter, showing how effective he can be. We'll be right back. And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been a fairly even one. Boy, Buddy Hield displaying all his skills today.
And the bulk of his production has been generated along the perimeter.
And defensively, they're giving him too many good looks out there. They need to start running him off the line.
We've got Matisse Thybulle. DeAndre Ayton is out there with Avdia. Then there's Anthony Simons. And it's Kamare in at the 3. That's the group starting the second half for Chauncey Billups. And he's going for the lob. And Ayton with the stuff.
Excellent timing by Ayton on the alley-oop pass. He's perfectly positioned to throw it down.
And a deep 3 from Curry. Oh, Curry doing what he does best. Coach, when you look at the best defensive teams, what's the balance between IQ, the smarts for the game, versus effort?
Well, Brian, it's both. You know, I mean, the effort is a given. You're not going to get anything done in the game without effort. But to be a good defensive team, you have to be smart. You have to understand your opponents, their tendencies, both as a team and as individuals. And if you do that, you can cover up for a lot in terms of just raw athleticism.
Knocks it down from distance.
Look at how solid Curry's motion is. Almost like he could have done that blindfolded.
Gets the 3 ball to go. Simons has got 5.
When you get faced up at one end, you want to get it back at the other.
A bit of a duel going on between them. Came down the floor looking for immediate payback.
Way to rise to the occasion and snatch back the momentum.
Yeah, plenty of lead changes in this game. It's gone back and forth.
Here's Ayton. Pass to Kamare. It's Avdia on the wing. Here's Kamare. Back to Avdia. Trailblazers got to hurry. Got to get up a shot. 2 points. That one goes.
In a tight game, they wanted to make sure of that possession.
On the wing, Curry. He's covered by Simons. Looney passes to Green. Looney, a screen on Thybulle. Here's Moody. Portland grabs the miss. And there's the lob. And it's cleared by Stephen Curry.
That could have been an easy pass and finish. Not really sure what went wrong.
Yeah, that just comes down to the timing being off between those two guys.
Ayton passes to Simons. It's stolen by Curry. Pass to Butler. And it's out of bounds. The Warriors able to retain possession here. And some changes here for Portland. Sharp comes in for Thybulle. And it's Henderson in for Simons. Hield's checked in for the Warriors. Blazers on D. No good on the quick 3. Left side Sharp. Nice move on the take. The Trailblazers rebound. Henderson, the pass to Ayton. It's stolen by Curry. From behind the arc. Avdia pulls it in. Portland has gone 1 of 2 shooting from the perimeter since halftime. Outside Sharp, three-pointer. It's rebounded by Jimmy Butler. And it's Butler with the ball for Golden State. And, Coach, when we get to the playoffs, Jimmy Butler plays his best basketball.
Well, Brian, look, it's tangible. You see his numbers go up in the postseason. Butler's been the #1 option on multiple finals teams. That puts him in rare company.
Abdi outside. It's stolen by Looney. Outside Curry. 1:03 left in the third quarter. And there's the foul. It's on DeAndre Ayton. That's his first foul of the game. And some changes here for Portland. Klingon, he's checked in for DeAndre Ayton. Jeremy Grant comes in for Kamara. And it's Ben in for Henderson. And Golden State also making a switch. Pajimski's checked in for Curry. Pass to Hield. The three is up. And the Warriors miss again. A chance at a 2-for-1.
You have to find ways to use the clock to your advantage.
Here's Ben. Moody defends. Back to Grant. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Looney grabs a miss. Looney's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Pass to Moody from downtown. Oh, Moody deadly from there.
Here in the second half, they're really focused on stretching the floor.
Yeah, and where has the defense been? They've been content to let them fire away. They've got to close out to the arc.
Good play call and good execution. The offense running on all cylinders.
And here's Butler outside. Oh, no good on the last second attempt there. Stephen Curry getting it done for the Golden. All right, let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
You can count on him to deliver a few assists like this one each and every night.
Well, that is what coaches want from their point guards. Set others up, play the game the right way.
We've reached the fourth quarter in what has been a very competitive game. Should be an exciting finish. So on the floor for Golden State, Curry and Hield to the sharpshooting backcourt. Gary Payton II is out there with Jonathan Kuminga. And it's Post in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Here's Kuminga. Nice shot from the wing. And the Warriors lead by 5.
More than just a score. Hield moves the ball well, especially when his guys are open.
Here's Ben. Pass to Sharp. Beyond the arc. Offensive rebound. Murray from outside. Outside for Grant. Murray, a screen on Curry. Back to Grant. Fires the three. Sends it home from three-point land.
He's been so aggressive on offense, and with the results, you understand why.
Well, yeah, and the defense is going to have to respond to that and chase him off the arc.
Outside Hield. Pass to Post. Back to Hield. Left side Curry. To the wing on the left. And stolen by Murray. And he ends that fast break chance. An intentional foul. That's a textbook example of the transition take foul rule. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Warriors.
Well, they've been hitting threes at a high clip, and the defense hasn't done enough to challenge them at the line. They need to close out and run them off the three.
Yeah, another thing they did well, running the floor. They've kept the pace high and pulled away with their transition offense.
Pass to Post. Inside. Moody on the wing. Here's Post. Outside Moody. Out to the right wing. Fades away. And the three-pointer goes. Post has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Here's Thibault. Again, the miss by Portland. The Warriors lead by 4. And there's the foul. It's on Anthony Simons. That's his first foul.
Personal foul. First team foul.
Now Pajimski. Pass to Moody. from outside the arc. It's rebounded by Grant. Portland has gone 1 for 5 shooting from the arc here in the fourth. Here's Thibault. Fires in the triple.
That's exactly the kind of shooting you need down the stretch to win games.
Here's Podziemski. Here's Post. Pass to Moody. Heel, the screen on Grant. Moody from outside. And Klingon pulls it down. Klingon's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Grant, right side. Off the outside to take the lead. And again, it's Portland with a three. Coming down the stretch, it's still anyone's game.
Incredible effort and energy on both sides. These guys must be gassed.
Moody, good.
Oh, what confidence to take this kind of shot. On the road, late game scenario, what a sequence.
And here's Simons outside. Gets the three to fall. And the Trailblazers lead by 2.
Oh, in pressure moments, he's a guy you trust to make big shots.
Outside heel. Here's Payton. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Moses Moody. That's his first foul. Ayton, he's checked in from Portland. And a new group getting ready for the Warriors. Portland has gone 4 of 8 from three-point land during the fourth. Outside Thibault. It's stolen by Curry. All by himself. And here's Butler outside. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Curry.
This is Jimmy Buckets at his best. Rising to a challenge and delivering for his team.
And it's Simons penetrating. Grant against Butler. Now here's Avdia. Defense right on it. 6 on the shot clock. Simons finds Grant. Over Butler. Avdia outside. On the wing, Grant. And the officials will call the illegal screen here.
Well, that one stings. In a game where every possession counts, he just gave one away.
There's 39 seconds left in the fourth quarter here. Grant, they'd love to milk the clock here.
No question. They're in a great situation right here. Whoa, that is as clutch as it gets. Big time play.
Yeah, don't you just love to see a player embrace that kind of pressure?
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
So it's the Warriors now. They lead by 4. And it's Green missing. 16 seconds left in the fourth quarter here. Here's Simons. On the wing, Simons. Ayton, a screen on Payton. Simons passes to Avdia. Ayton, and he buries it.
He really gets in perfect position for the follow. Just a terrific read.
And so it's the Warriors who come out on top here. Thanks, Alec. Great interview.
It'll be Portland off the tip. Now Sacramento starting 5. DeRozan and Murray slot in at the small and power forward. Zach LaVine is out there with Ellis. And it's Sabonis in at 7. And that one's good. Thibault.
And that'll start us off already. You can feel the tension in this arena.
And sometimes getting that first bucket puts momentum in your corner, but we'll just have to see.
Drops in the tray.
Oh, how about that play out of the pick and roll? This is why Murray gets involved in that action.
Hey, RJ, what about Keegan Murray? He made the immediate impact in the NBA as a rookie, setting a record for three-point shots made.
Oh, yes! Check out LaVine getting artful at the rim, leaving the defense just completely clueless of how to stop it.
Outside, Simons. Oh, Ayton in position. And it's sent back by Sabonis. Ellis with it. Now guarded by Ayton. LaVine kicks to Ellis. Back to LaVine from deep. That one's off. He's now 1 for 2.
And if they know what's good for them, that's the way they'll defend against him every time he takes the ball in the three-point lane.
Sabonis with the steal. Outside, LaVine. The 3-ball. Again, LaVine missing.
The defense just giving him the easy look there. He's not going to miss that.
Thibault for 3. Rebound by the Kings. LaVine feeling it out a bit. And about 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. Sacramento again missing.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Pass to Kamare. Back to Thibault. Here's Simons. Lock at 6. A three-pointer, no good. Sacramento's gone, just 1 of 4 from three-point range here in the first.
And a great job keeping his eyes up. Murray will be dangerous if he can become a consistent facilitator.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Chauncey Billups and I got a chance to talk for a bit. We talked about tackling the quote-unquote Sabonis problem. Coach said, we want to challenge Sabonis as early and often as possible. We'd rather see him pass the ball than find his own shot, and especially inside. Well, they'll try to battle Sabonis in the paint. We'll see how that works out. Back to you.
Thank you, David. And the Trailblazers making a change here. Henderson's checked in. Outside for Murray. And that comes off the assist by LaVine. Murray's got 6.
And you like Murray as a spot-up shooter. Knows where to park himself and always ready to receive the pass.
Simons from outside. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
And there's the call on Matisse Thybulle. That's his first foul. Valanciunas, who's checked in for the Kings. And so here's Sacramento. It's a three-point game, but no one around him. They get it again. Fires the 3. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
And you gotta love that three-point stroke of Monk. I mean, he's got such a high arcing shot there. It gives it a good chance to go in from deep.
Avdia gets the bucket.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Simons against Monk. LaVine kicks to Monk. Another 3 for Sacramento.
And Monk's just got a good feel for kind of how to exploit the defense, especially about how quickly he gets his shot off after getting the pass.
Henderson attacking. And then Henderson with the dunk.
Flushing it on a much taller defender. That is just filthy.
For 3, Murray. Rebounded by DeAndre Ayton. Trailblazers trail by 4. Henderson passes to Thibault. Back to Henderson. Now, here's Thibault. He's covered by Murray. Shot clock at 6. A 3. Ayton. Back to Thibault. Abdi on the wing. No good with the triple. Kings leading now by 4. Outside, Levine. Fires for 3. Rebounded by DeAndre Ayton. Ayton's got 6 rebounds in the game. Thibault finds Ayton. And the wide open shot from Avdia. Buries the long-range jumper. Avdia's got 6. And a good game so far as we conclude the first quarter. Kings ahead. And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for Sacramento.
Well, so far, their long-range shooting has been the story, doing damage from deep.
And also, guys, they're playing for one another right now. All those extra passes are leading to easy buckets.
The guard pair are Henderson and Sharp. Klingman is out there with Grant. And it's Kamare in at the 3. They're the group the Portland Trailblazers will start the second quarter with. Greg, you know this. Good coaches give their players confidence. But what's the balance there between affirmation and accountability?
Well, when you believe in a player, that also comes with expectations. So a coach has to boost them up and also demand that they deliver.
Pass to Kamare. Spins. Now, here's Sharp. Swinging the screen for Sharp. Fires from deep. Monk grabs the board. And so Monk will bring it up for the Sacramento Kings. From beyond the arc and then some. 9 points in the game so far.
You know, you got to admire the range that this guy has. Monk just no fear when he pulls up from deep.
Henderson dishes to Grant. Releases from 15. He squares up and sinks it.
Those mid-range looks will be there for him. Nice work to capitalize.
Monk right side. Here's Laravia. Off target from three-point range. Portland's gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. It's stolen by Lyles. And stolen by Sharp. Fast break, here we go. It's tipped. Whistle blows. That's going to be a travel. Zach Levine's checked in for the Kings. Ellis comes in for Carter. Sacramento's gotten the three-point bug tonight. They've taken 15 shots outside the arc. They're 6 of 15. On the wing, Monk. Covered by Simon. Portland leading. Pass to Henderson. Lets it go with a 3. Bucket number 3. He's a perfect 3 for 3 to start.
A part of Henderson's game that's improving. Nice to see him build some confidence from behind the line.
Kicks it out to Ellis. Good ball movement here by the Kings. To the inside. Right side, Sabonis. Just 5 to shoot. Files a screen on Grant. Took the opportunity when he saw it.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Back to Sharp. Fires the 3. It's hauled in by the Kings. Sabonis has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's the drive. Monk for 3. And it's Ayton with the rebound. Ayton's got his 8th rebound here tonight. And RJ Malik Monk has evolved into an elite bench threat.
Has always had the game for that role. Letting him be that spot-up guy suits him perfectly. And when he's hot, he is as dangerous as anyone in this league.
Sharp on the wing. Latray. And it's Sacramento with the rebound. Sabonis has got his 5th rebound in this one. Ellis kicks to Monk. Takes a 3. Good on the 3-point shot. Monk's got a pair of triples in the second now for Sacramento.
I tell you, Monk can fill it up in a hurry. Once he gets on fire, the D knows they're going to be in for a long night.
And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Ellis. Both teams deciding to change it up. Portland's gone 2 for 5 from three-point land since the end of the first. Back to Avdia. And he didn't get quite enough under that one.
And he's very confident from that range, but you can't make him all.
The wide open look here for DeRozan. Another 3 for Sacramento.
And DeRozan is selective when it comes to taking threes, but they're looking confident from the corner.
Here's Avdia. Portland no good that time either.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Here's Kamara. Simons kicks to Avdia. Out of bounds. Sacramento will take possession. We've got 13 seconds left in the first half of basketball. DeRozan's shot is off. So halt the run. Avdia gets the bucket. Avdia's got 9. Picked off in midair. Kamara. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Kings lead by 2. From Portland. We're back in a moment.
Please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the fan half-court shot.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Really an incredible game from Malik Monk.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
You love guys who can get their shots within the flow of the offense.
On the court right now for the Kings. The post pair for him will be Murray and Sabonis. Ellis is out there with Levine, and it's DeRozan in at the 3, the small forward. This is his second trip to the line in this one. And so Levine will bring it up now for the Kings. The lead is 2. Thibault can't get it to go. The Kings shooting here about 46% for the game. Sabonis finds Ellis. He's looking for Sabonis and finds him. Good, and the assist goes to Ellis. He has 5.
This is where you get Sabonis the ball. He's going to reward you for feeding him.
Pass to Thibault. And here's Avdia. Ayton a screen on DeRozan. They get it back. Outside Levine. Outside for Murray. Ellis wide open. And he's good on the 3 ball. Ellis has got the lead up to 7 now for the Kings.
Oh, great pass from Murray. I like whenever he looks to get his guys involved.
Simons from outside. Pass to Kamara. Back to Ayton. And it's Thibault in the corner. 4 on the clock. Now Ayton, defended by Sabonis. And it's Ayton missing. Kings leading now by 7. Kick out to Levine. Shoots. Launches it. Portland grabs the miss. It's deflected. Pass to Thibault. Here's Kamara. There's the 3. Rebound by Murray. Sacramento's gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the 3rd quarter.
That is a hard-won rebound. Man's rebound right there. Way to battle for it inside.
The 3. The Trailblazers rebound. Ayton kicks to Avdia. This one for three, and the basket by Kamare. Kamare's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. For three, Levine. Again, Levine missing.
This is the definition of forcing it. He's trying to get himself going, but taking tough shots just won't do it.
Out of bounds, Trailblazers ball as Portland keeps possession. And Richard, you look back, Zach LaVine has been one of those microwave-type players. He can get hot in a blink of an eye.
Zach LaVine is one of those players that when he catches fire, there is nothing you can do about it. He can score from deep, multiple level score. When he gets going, it could be a problem.
Klingon, he's checked in for Portland. To the paint. Simons, the pass to Thibault. And stolen by Murray. And Levine launches it from deep. Again, Levine missing. Trailblazers trail by 4. Here's the screen. And the call will be against Anthony Simons. That's his first foul.
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Sacramento leading by 4. Screen by Sabonis. DeRozan, that's good.
Quality play recognition by DeRozan. Scans the defense, hits off the pick.
Grant with a screen on Monk. Henderson kicks to Grant. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Sacramento's gone 3 of 7 from three-point range here in quarter number 3. And for Portland, they're shooting just 33%, struggling to get good hooks.
And Henderson doesn't need any extra motivation to head straight for the rim.
Levine up top. And then Levine with the jam.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either. And the Trailblazers making a change here. Banton's checked in. Lyles checked in for the Kings. Puts up a 3. And there's Klingon. That's good on the assist by Grant. Klingon's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Monk, left side. DeRozan on the wing. Again, the miss by the Kings. Trailblazers trail by 5. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. A little pass fake there, froze the D. Nice move. Klingon's got 6.
And no need to rush this. Let the clock run down.
Yeah, you don't have to be quick. You just have to be deliberate.
For 3, Levine. It's good from long range. And the Kings lead by 5.
That's a strong response from Levine. You gotta D him up from there.
Grant on the wing. Walker with a screen for Grant. Pass to Banton. Over Levine. And no good on the last second attempt this time. Well, it's been an exciting game. Plenty of offense as we head to the 4th quarter. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And he sliced the D wide open with his feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
That's an unguardable pass, flat out. Give him credit for possessing that type of vision.
3/10 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the 4th. The guard pair are Henderson and Sharp. Rob Williams is out there with Klingon. And it's Grant in at the small forward. That's the group on the floor for Portland. Goes back up. Out to Henderson. Grant outside. A 3-ball. Buries it from 3-point range.
Already a gifted passer. Henderson has solid vision for such a young player.
Levine against Grant. Valanciunas with a screen on Henderson. From deep, Ellis. The rebound by Sharp.
Shocking that he just bricked that one. The defense got real lucky there.
Grant for 3. Again, the miss by Grant. The Kings leading. And here we go. Levine heading to the hoop. Fires the three. And Klingon pulls it down. Klingon's got his 5th rebound in this one. Grant for 3. Rebounded by Valanciunas. Valanciunas has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Levine, good.
How about the confidence that Levine has? Feels like he can take these shots whenever he wants.
Grant outside. Pass to Williams. Grant outside. Over to the wing. Wide open look here for Klingon. That 3 off the mark. Kings leading now by 5. Sacramento moving it around. Ellis outside. Here's Levine. He's covered by Grant. Takes the 3. Pass to Ellis. From outside the arc, drills the 3-pointer. And now an 8-point Sacramento lead.
You can't lose a shooter like him on the court. The ball will find its way to him, and he will drill a 3 each time.
Here's Sharp. And that one swishes right in.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
Here's LaRavia. That 3 off target. Had some space there after the little pump fake. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
You know what? He's got to look to get other guys involved. The 3-point stroke is off.
Ellis finds Levine. Jacks up a 3. Yes, and it's Ellis picking up the assist. Levine's got the lead up to 9 now for the Kings. Sharp, the pass to Williams. Grant for 3. Offensive rebound, and it's Williams with the jam.
Yeah, hard trying to keep Williams off the boards. He makes it a mission to keep possessions alive.
Sharp against Monk. 3-pointer. Nailed from 3-point land. And the Kings lead by 10.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
And you see this so much more nowadays in the NBA. Teams putting a larger emphasis on jacking up 3s.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. And it's Sacramento's ball. They're on a 12-4 run. And Levine, here we go. For 3, Murray outside Levine. Pass to DeRozan. There's the triple. The rebound by Simons. Not a lot of time left for the Trailblazers in this one. Thibault for 3. DeMar DeRozan grabs the board. For Sacramento, they've gone 4 of 10 here in the final period. Not the time to go cold.
And at this point, just sort of running through the paces as it appears it'll be a nice win here for the Kings.
Finishing with force. Whoa!
That's what I'm talking about.
And it's Sacramento's ball. Near the 3-point line, it's Ellis. And once again, off the mark by Sacramento. Right side, Avdia. Good! Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter. Just served him up.
DeRozan for 3. The 3-pointer is right on target.
Kind of surprising to see this from DeRozan, but he must have been feeling that competitive fire.
Offensive rebound. Pass to Thibault. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. It drops. Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5. Ellis left side. Gets it to fall. So the Kings win it. They seem to relish their role as the... David, thank you as
These teams feature an impressive backcourt.
No question, B.A. And I get the sense that bragging rights are on the line here. Everything you can do, I can do better. Expect some exciting back-and-forth action in this one.
Let's take a look at our starters for Sacramento. DeRozan and Murray in at the forward spots. Then it's Sabonis. Then there's Zach LaVine. And it's Ellis in at the point guard position. Here's LaVine for three. The Warriors pull it in.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Curry, no good.
It's never easy from that distance, but we see him drill those and shoot around all the time.
Oh, no, I know he can make it, but that's warm-ups, so maybe just a step too far.
Let's go with a three. Looney grabs a miss.
And just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Outside Curry. Outside Green. Curry against DeRozan. 6 to shoot. Takes a three. Curry, no good.
Just enough of a shot contest to bother him.
You know, not too many teams have the stability at head coach as the Warriors have had, Brent.
Well, I'm not sure there's ever been a more perfect fit for a team than Steve Kerr with the Golden State Warriors. There's been a magical run in the Bay Area, and you just look at the type of connectivity he has with his players, and again, how much joy these Warriors play with.
And again, it's the Warriors missing. For Sacramento, they've gone 0 for 3 from the floor to begin this one. Here they come with numbers in transition. Outside Butler. There's the triple. Sinks it from distance.
And that's how you share the ball. They got what they wanted, and Butler put the finishing touches on it.
Murray for three. Nails it from beyond the arc.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line, and I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
And here's Butler outside. Another three for Golden State.
I love how competitive Jimmy Butler is. You know he's not going to let the opposition get the best of him.
Here's LaVine for three. It's rebounded by Golden State. Green with the ball. Checked by Murray. Launches a three. That one is off. Kings trail by 6. Drives to the hoop. Sabonis, left side. Over Green. Sabonis' shot is off.
Well, mid-range is where he makes the money. So when the D's slow to get out on him, always surprising to see him miss from there.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Jimmy Butler's such an all-around player. He said, I don't need to be a 40-point scorer. My role is to impact winning. I just control what I can control in the end, play the right way, stay aggressive, and do whatever it takes to get my team the win. And Brian, he is good at his job.
Well, playoff Jimmy is a real thing, whether he'll admit it or not. Now here's Moody, and here's Butler outside. The kick out, Curry. Now the Kings in transition. Here's Levine for three. Hits a three-pointer.
And with how well Levine attacks the bucket, defensively, you almost have to give him space to shoot threes.
Curry passes to Butler. And here's Curry. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. The three from DeRozan. Rebounded by Green.
Ooh, he missed an easy chance to put some points on the board. He won't get a much better look at that kind of shot again here probably tonight.
Curry gets the bucket.
I mean, just so easy for Curry to get that three off. Beautiful shot.
Left side, Levine. Green against Murray. Off target from outside. Golden State with the ball. They're on a 15-6 run. Here's Curry. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. And so Murray will bring it up for the Kings. They trail by 9. Here's Ellis. And another miss by Sacramento. The Warriors have gone 5 of 12 in this first quarter. Outside for Butler. Curry looking it over. Pass to Green for three. Rebound by Sacramento. Here's Levine for three.
What a play! That's gonna count!
Are you kidding me?
Wow! It just nails.
And so it's the Golden State Warriors leading by 6 as we wrap up the quarter. They're communicating well and stringing together stops. All right, stick around. We'll be right back after this. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Warriors.
Well, in today's NBA, the three-point shot is so valuable. They realize this, and that's why they're continuing to drain as many as they can.
Well, one thing that's noticeable is just tremendous energy from everybody, and they put that into their transition play, and all that hustle is paying off.
On the court for Sacramento, Trey Lyles is out there with Domantas Sabonis. Then it's Malik Monk, and it's LaRavia in at the 3 spot. Kings trail by 6. And you look at the Kings, Brett. They've had several name changes over the years of their franchise.
Yeah, before becoming the Sacramento Kings, they were the Rochester Royals, and then the Cincinnati Royals, and then the Kansas City Kings, and then all of a sudden, let's get to the West Coast, and here comes the state capital of Sacramento. It's not really affected the winning, though, has it, B.A.?
That won't go either for Curry.
Yeah, we're chipping some orange paint off the rim here, guys. He must be more patient on offense and trying to find ways to penetrate inside and get closer to the rim.
Took the opportunity when he saw it. Monk's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Pass to Hield. The kick out, Curry. Payton with a screen on Carter. Outside Payton. Fires the three. Here's Jackson Davis. Back to Curry. Hield, a screen on Carter. Clock at 6. Curry, no good.
Not a way to get out of a funk. He needs to be looking for good, solid, more efficient shots. Not the wild one he took there.
Here's LaRavia. He's watched by Kuminga. Pass to Lyles. Now here's Carter. Lets the three fly. Out of bounds, it'll go to the Warriors. And the Warriors make some changes. Looney comes in for Jackson Davis, and Moody is subbed in for Payton. Zach LaVine, he's checked in for the Kings. Ellis comes in for Carter, and that's a foul called on Stephen Curry. That's his first foul of the game.
I love great defense. Just quick to establish his feet, and he takes the hit.
And the Warriors making a change here. Pajemski's checked in. The Kings also with a sub. DeMar DeRozan's checked in for Lyles. Fires for three. Ellis's shot is off.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
Back to Pajemski. Three-pointer. Nice start for him, sinking his first shot. Grant, when you talk about consistency and officiating game to game, you think there's room for improvement?
You know, I do think so. I mean, they're allowing more contact, but overall, more clarity on what constitutes legal guarding position would help players and officials.
They get it back. Outside Pajemski. Pass to Hield. This one for three. It's rebounded by Sabonis. Sabonis has got his fifth rebound in this one. The three from DeRozan. It's Monk on the wing. 1:44 left in the second. Out to Sabonis. It's stolen by Kuminga. To the left side wing. Pass to Hield. Kuminga with a screen on LaVine. Back to Kuminga, and here's Hield. The three, counted from distance. And the Warriors lead by 6.
Hield can make a living out there from behind the arc. Doesn't need a lot of room to get his shot off, and he drains that one with ease.
Love to see that kind of activity. He just makes things happen.
1:02 left to play in the first half. Pass to Kuminga. Moody on the wing. There's the three. Another three for Golden State.
He's going to punish you if you leave him open. He's more than willing to take the open three when he's got it.
It's stolen by Looney. In transition, here come the Warriors. Here's Pajemski. Off target. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Monk for three. Good. And it's DeRozan who picks up the assist. Monk's got 9 points now in the quarter.
Yeah, the defense expects DeRozan to try and score, but he smartly makes the extra pass.
Hield for three. Zach LaVine clears it away. And so it's LaVine with it. He brings it up for the Sacramento Kings. 4-point game. Ellis's shot is off. And here's Kuminga for three. Oh, and the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. The Warriors on top. They lead by 4. And we'll be right back after halftime for the start of the third quarter. See you in just a bit. And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Malik Monk really making a difference here.
Through 2 quarters of play, he's been an excellent source of points.
Yeah, he's shouldering the load right now and looking really comfortable while he's doing it.
Down low, it's Draymond and Looney. Moody is out there with Stephen Curry. And it's Butler in at the 3 slot. And that's the group for Steve Kerr as we begin the second half. Ellis passes to Sabonis. Trying to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. The Warriors lead by 7. And let's talk about Draymond Green for a moment. Certainly one of the most outspoken players in the league, Brent.
Well, Draymond has never held back, whether he's talking about his opinion or the way that he sees the game, which is remarkable and a revelation to his intelligence as a defender on the floor. Draymond Green has been special on the defensive end throughout his career.
Outside for LaVine. Goes back up. Here's Ellis. 3-pointer, no good.
I know he's on a cold streak, but he can't let that get in his head.
Especially if you're a player that doesn't get a lot of shot attempts, but otherwise the mindset is, I just got to get the next one to go. And you don't want to put that much pressure on yourself.
And once again, off the mark by Sacramento.
Practically a block. Good, strong challenge.
Yeah, altering the shot just as long as there's a miss, that kind of energy not wasted.
Moody misses. Kings trail by 10. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Brian, the Warriors play a unique style predicated on passing and cutting off the ball. Stephen Curry said the main goal is to just force the defense to make as many decisions as you can. So with all that ball movement and body movement, they're going to mess up at some point. Brian?
Well, it helps having a weapon like Stephen Curry. Thanks, Allie. They get the rebound. Looney passes to Butler. Jacks up a three. That's good from Curry on the assist from Butler. Curry's got 6 in the quarter.
So fast off the catch, Curry sometimes downright impossible to guard.
Sabonis with a screen on Butler. DeRozan for 3. Pure from three-point range.
These teams are finding the range, showing a lot of confidence.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
Curry, no good. Kings trail by 7. Levine with it. Now guarded by Moody. Murray from outside. Warriors with the rebound. Looney's got the glass covered here tonight. That's 11 boards for him. Moody passes to Curry. Outside for Green. Launches it. It's rebounded by Sabonis. Sabonis has got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. Pass to Ellis. Takes the 3. Rebounded by Green. Green's got rebound number 5 here tonight. 1:52 left in the third quarter. Moody passes to Looney. And again, it's the Warriors missing. And it's the Kings ball. They trail by 7. They kick it out to Murray. Levine surveys the D. And another miss by Sacramento.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
And here's Green from the arc. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Curry. Curry's got 4 assists in the game.
We see Draymond Green take a lot of, he doesn't make a lot of threes, but we see him take them. That time, knocks down the J.
He gets called for the over the back. He thought he could slip through the cracks and grab the rebound.
Well, he plays super active on the glass, so calls like this are to be expected.
Hields checked in for Draymond Green. Oh, it's stolen by DeRozan. Outside Monk. Now the Kings in transition. And the 3 off target. On the wing, Curry. He's got 12. Oh, got that one up quick. Curry's got 15.
Their strategy has been pretty simple here in the second half. Attack from three-point range.
Maybe trying to find a little bit more space and ball movement to get guys open at the three-point line.
From deep three-point land. Rebound by Sacramento. DeRozan passes to Monk. A deep 3. Warriors with the rebound. Looney's got 13 rebounds in the game. Glass eating. And the basket by Hield.
And you love how Hield is always ready with his feet set. Once the ball hits his hands, it's off.
Carter from outside. Rebounded by Hield.
Tried to come right back at him with the 3. Not that time.
Pass to Butler. They set the pick. Puts up a deep 3. He can't get that one to fall. Monk for 3. No good. Misses at the buzzer. Stephen Curry getting it done for the Warriors. Hunting for opportunities. And 1 quarter to go in a game that, to this point, has not been an evenly fought contest. And so it's Curry with it. He brings it up for Golden State. All right, a look at the 5 for the Kings to start the fourth quarter. Trey Lyles is out there with Zach LaVine. Then there's Jonas Valanciunas. Then it's Malik Monk, and it's Ellis in at the point guard position.
You got to know LaVine is looking to shoot it whenever he can. I mean, his team depends on him scoring.
And there's Kuminga. That one's good on the assist from Curry. And the Warriors lead by 15. Pass to Monk. Here's Levine for three. Hauled in by Curry. Curry's got his 4th rebound in this one. Stolen. Ellis passes to Levine. And Zach Levine from deep.
Yeah, this is an unbelievable performance from Levine. His offensive skill set is amazing.
Here's Kuminga. About 1 minute played here in the 4th quarter. Healed from outside. And it's Sacramento with the rebound. It's stolen by Heald. Outside Curry. Pass to Heald. The three is up. And no good. Kings trail by 12. Here's Lyles. Lets it go from deep. Kuminga pulls it in. Here's the three. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Curry. Curry's got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. Monk, a screen on Curry. They get it again. The Warriors lead by 15. Right side Heald. The 3-ball. And the Warriors with another 3.
It feels like Steph doesn't even have to look. He just knows where his teammates are.
The Kings have gone 2 of 5 from the field in this final quarter. Here's Payton. And it's off from 3-point range. Kings trail by 18. Monk with it. Jackson Davis picks him up. Monk passes to Valanciunas. Oh, he tries a 3. Kuminga pulls it in. Golden State has got 2 of 5 threes to go here in the 4th. Pass to Payton. From the arc. Rebounded by Lyles. 4-3. And it's Levine with the 3. Levine's got 9 points now in the second half.
Exactly what every offense needs. Shooters who can force the defense to extend.
Oh, there's no doubt. He's a legitimate threat from downtown, and he's demonstrating that in this game.
Moody's checked in for the Warriors. The Kings also with a sub. Murray's checked in. Parries it from 3.
They've been battling all night. Now they're on the brink of putting this game away.
No, great job of getting in position to win a game. It's been an all-out effort from the squad. Well, even though he misses that one, the defense has got to talk about that. And that's a bad miscue. And you can't give up looks like that all game long.
Nails it from beyond the arc. Curry's got 6 in the quarter.
And that is automatic from Curry. He doesn't think twice about launching from there.
Here's Golden State. They're on a 14-6 run. Pass to Jackson Davis. Fires from deep. Rebound by Sacramento. Murray's got a rebound number 5 here tonight.
It's safe to say they have dominated this game. The game wasn't even as close as the score says in a great win for the Warriors.
Pretty clear who the better team was today. They dominated in just about every phase of this game, Grant.
B.A., it's almost hard to think what didn't go well for them. Their plan, their execution, everything was absolutely on point.
And of all the highlights and performances we've seen here tonight, the one thing that stands out is what an unbelievable night it's been for Stephen Curry.
You look forward to playing with someone who doesn't just move the ball, but moves it with a purpose.
Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Now Curry. And rebounded by Zach Levine. Pass to Valanciunas. He shoots a 3. Warriors with the rebound. 8-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. It's scooped up. Now here's Curry. Shoots over Monk. Not enough on that one as it misses. And so Murray will bring it up for the Sacramento Kings. Here's Levine for 3. That one no good. Moody from outside. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Curry.
And I love how he's pushing the tempo and creating for others. He does this game in and game out. Incredible.
Nice to play with a point guard that takes pride in playmaking. It makes you move around just a little bit faster to get open spots.
And so it's the Warriors taking care.
looking stand to create more offense.
Well, that's usually the best way to attack, especially against good defenses. Ball movement moves the defense, and when you've got the defense on the move, that's when you can break them down and get high percentage shots. It takes patience, it takes unselfishness.
It seems to be the most efficient way, doesn't it?
It does, especially against really good defenses.
Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. Andre Ayton out there with Denny Avdia. Then it's Anthony Simons. Then there's Matisse Thybulle. And it's Kamare in at the small forward position. And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
And guys, point of emphasis for the league is to really crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, and yet, we still see it a lot. It's a tough thing to police.
Green with the block.
No matter what night it is, Green seeks to intimidate and more often than not succeeds.
On defense, Golden State. Here's Ayton. And Moody pulls it down.
And to me, Draymond Green really embodies the idea of a high IQ player. He can read the opposition, predict where a play is going, and those instincts aren't something that can be easily taught to anyone.
Curry gets the bucket.
Honestly, guys, Curry is the best three-point shooter I've ever seen.
Now, here's Thybulle, defended by Moody. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Pass to Looney. Green, the screen, lets it go from deep. The shot by Looney, no good. Portland is gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Curry. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Well, Kevin, Steve Kerr gave me a few minutes to catch up with him. Now, he highlighted the problems that come along with facing a center like DeAndre Ayton. Coach said DeAndre impacts the game on both ends of the floor. He can score inside, shoot the mid-range jumper, and defensively, he can protect the rim and switch out on the perimeter. Certainly a talented young center. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David. And Simons, here we go.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
Yeah, you got to love that kind of effort. Getting in there and fighting through the defense.
Right side, Butler. Avdia on the wing. Shoots the three. Here's Ayton. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for two.
And at 7'1" and 250 pounds, Ayton is a handful. Not easy trying to guard him without fouling.
And the Trailblazers making a change here. Henderson's checked in. Loads of expectations come with going #1 overall, Stan. We all know that. Just ask DeAndre Ayton.
Yeah, Kevin, I think he's become one of the more underrated players in this league. He was the top pick in 2018. People will always measure him against that standard. But look, he's averaged a double-double every season in the league. It's not easy to be that consistent.
It's Curry outside. Sinks the triple. Curry's got 9 points.
This is why you got to be right up on Curry, because he's a dangerous threat off the dribble.
There's the pick. Simons, the pass to Thybulle. That one doesn't drop.
And what should have been a simple pass and finish ends up in a missed opportunity on that alley-oop attempt.
Yeah, that just comes down to the timing being off between those two guys.
The shot by Butler, nobody around. Hands it from downtown.
Shot IQ has always been a strength for Butler. He's not one to force up a bad shot.
And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. He has 5.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Second shot opportunity. And the wide-open shot from Green. Good, and Butler gets the assist.
And it's crucial that Green hits from the outside because it makes everything easier for his teammates.
Outside, Simon. For 3. Green with the rebound.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Curry wide open, and another three for Golden State.
On the offensive end, Curry both prolific and efficient.
And the call will be against Anthony Simon. That's his first foul.
Oh, great defense there. Anticipated the play and got there first.
Looking at who's out there now for the Warriors. Trace Jackson-Davis is checked in for Looney. Jonathan Kuminga comes in for Draymond Green. Gary Payton is checked in for Jimmy Butler. And Hield subbed in for Moody. Now here's Hield. Launches a three. Rebounded by Kamare. Trailblazers trail by 6. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Sharp the pass to Grant. Sharp with it. Grant on the wing. Defended by Kuminga. Out of bounds. Trailblazers ball as Portland keeps possession.
You love the pressure he's putting on them. Almost had that steal.
Yeah, deflections are a stat that a lot of teams track, disrupting the offense's rhythm and flow.
And that replay showed just how forceful that block was.
And an early swat like that can really set the tone. Now the shooters will be feeling his presence.
It's been all about Stephen Curry for the Golden State Warriors. That quarter had to take a lot out of him. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Warriors.
Well, the coaching staff's game plan is very clear. Move the ball on the perimeter and shoot the shots with no hesitation.
And one other thing they've done well today, guys, share the ball. I mean, set up teammates and just playing unselfishly.
Some kind of shooting in the backcourt for him. It's Curry and Hield. Kuminga out there with Trace Jackson-Davis. And it's Payton in at the 3. So that's the group out there for Golden State. Right now, I'd send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Kevin, a couple of seasons ago, Steph Curry first brought out the night-night when he put a team away. Asked about his inspiration, he said, I have no idea. I don't choreograph any of that stuff. I was just having fun. You know how kids' bedtime routines are important? It's the final signal for job well done that day. Kevin?
Well said. He is a 1 of 1, D.A.
What a gifted shooter. Hield is especially dangerous from the corner.
From the arc. Up again. Great positioning on the putback. Jackson-Davis has got the lead up to 9 now for the Warriors.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
And that one's good by Henderson.
A part of Henderson's game that's improving. Nice to see him build some confidence from behind the line.
Stan, after 11 seasons with this Blazer organization, Damian Lillard traded away in 2023. What a run he had for Portland.
Incredible, Kevin. Not only in terms of his scoring and his individual honors, but the success he brought to the team. While they didn't get over the top and get to the finals, they were a consistent winner. If you were a fan in Portland, you had a good team to come and watch for all of those years.
All right, Stan, hypothetical situation. Down 1, shot clock is off. You could pick anyone in the NBA. Who do you want taking that shot?
Well, I'm going to go back in time a little bit, Kevin. The guy who really made my career for me as a head coach. I'm taking Dwayne Wade. He was the best that I ever saw. Not only did he have the ability to make clutch shots, he managed the game clock as well as anybody I've ever seen.
The situation was never too big for him, was it?
Never was, and he's so smart in addition to being as talented as he was.
Shakes him. Shot. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And David West in the Bay Area tonight. He has to be pleased with the Warriors so far.
Well, West was such a key cog in those incredible Warriors teams during the KD era. Great weapon off the bench for that group.
Green, he's checked in for the Warriors. Jimmy Butler comes in for Buddy Hield. Matisse Thybulle checked in for the Trailblazers. Misses, and he wants that one back.
And I was sure that was money on that one, but everyone is afforded an easy miss or two.
Yeah, it was a great look. Sometimes they don't fall. You've just got to keep taking great shots.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here.
What you appreciate most about Curry is his confidence, especially when it comes to how far he can connect from.
Warriors leading by 3. Out to the right wing. Moody finds Green. A three-pointer off the mark. Portland's gone 2 of 3 when they've stepped beyond the arc in the second quarter. And stolen by Simon. And now Portland on the break. It's tipped. Looney with it. And Simons picks him up defensively. And the Warriors can't hang on to the ball.
That's a careless pass and a wasted possession. That's just unnecessary.
On a heel, he's checked in for Stephen Curry. There's 1:38 left in the first half of the game. The shot by Sharp. Nobody around. He nails it, and we're tied up. Sharp's got 7 points for the quarter.
Great at creating shots. Sharp did it there with that catch and shoot.
And there's the call on Matisse Thybulle. That's foul number 2 for him.
Second team foul.
Here's Moody. And the 3 ball is good. And the Warriors lead by 3.
Well, the defense gave that away. He's a skilled shooter who you have to contest that throw.
Outside, Simon. And 1:01 left in the first half. Pass to Thybulle. Just 4 to shoot. Here's Ayton. He gets it in there. And that's now 7 points for DeAndre Ayton.
Well, when you have a scorer as skilled as he is, you do everything you can to get him the looks he needs.
Well, their pass to Hield. They get it back. Lets the 3 fly. From deep, Jimmy Butler!
And he's had his ups and downs from distance, but Jimmy Bucket's always aggressive, looking to score.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Here's Ayton. And it's Looney with the rebound. Looney's got 5 rebounds tonight. And stolen by Thybulle. Oh, Ayton in position. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
And the impressive reach of Ayton. Lob it up his way, and he'll take care of the rest.
Three-pointer, Hield. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Hield's got 9 points.
Terrific ball movement leading to the basket. You love to see it.
And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Warriors, thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime. And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Really an incredible game from Stephen Curry.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Yeah, and in terms of slowing him down, I think they're going to have to change things up. Give him some different looks.
Here's who Chauncey Billups will start the second half with. Avdia out there with Klingon. Then there's Matisse Thybulle. And it's Banton in at the point. The Warriors leader. Green kicks to Curry. Curry laser-guided shot from deep range.
I mean, the range is just unreal. Curry can make even the toughest shots look easy.
Pass to Butler. Outside Curry. Lets it go with a 3. Rebounded by Kamare. Trailblazers trail by 5. Thybulle on the wing. For the 3. Drills the three-pointer. He's got 8.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
And coach, this guy, Matisse Thybulle, he really changes what you can do on offense with this defense.
Yeah, look, Matisse Thybulle's as good a defender as there is in the league. He hasn't had that profile because we haven't seen him on TV as much, but he's disruptive. He causes turnovers. He blocks shots. This guy's as good as there is in the league.
So long and disruptive, a great word to use. From deep, Green, the shot, no good. Trailblazers have gone 3 of 4 so far in the third quarter from the field. Pretty good start to the half. It's stolen by Curry. And up the court come the Warriors on the break. Butler from outside. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Curry's got 3 assists now in this one.
And Curry isn't just a lights-out scorer. He's also efficient at moving the ball and getting it to his teammates.
Banton's shot is off. Warriors leading by 6. Here's Green. Pass to Looney. Here's the 3. And it's Portland with the rebound.
Well, that's a shot the defense felt like they could live with, and it worked out for them that time.
And finished off by Avdia.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. And they call an illegal screen here.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
Yeah, and that's maybe something that should be called more. We see a lot of moving screens in today's NBA.
And the Warriors making a change here. Fields checked in. Andre Ayton's checked in for Portland. And Fernie Simons comes in for Delano Banton. Avdia with it. And Curry picks him up defensively. Simons. And the slam dunk by Simons.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
A sequence like that really does sting. I'll tell you that much.
Three-pointer, Butler connects from three-point range. Butler's got 6 points in the quarter. Stan, I've always admired you. Come from a coaching family. Was there a point growing up you knew you wanted to be a coach?
Yeah, look, I loved being around the game, and so 2 things happened that drove me into coaching. Number 1, I loved baseball, and I couldn't hit one, so that was out. And I wasn't a good enough basketball player to go on that way, so if I wanted to stay involved in the game, that's when I knew I wanted to be a coach.
But your dad had a little bit of that in his background. I say in a little kind of tongue-in-cheek, right? He was a guy that led the way in your interest there.
Yeah, my dad coached for over 40 years, and I think he had a great passion for it and always used to tell us that he never actually felt like he worked a day in his life. He loved it so much.
Following in his footsteps. Terrific story. Here's Avdia. He trains the turnaround jump shot. Avdia's got 9 points here in the second half. Curry against Simon. The kick outside to Butler. And again, no good by Golden State. Trailblazers trail by 3. Now, here's Thybulle. No scoring in this one. Over Looney. Thybulle can't get it to go.
Well, the analytics don't like it, but if the defense is giving it up, I like that shot selection, despite the...
And the call will be against Anthony Simons. That's foul number 2 for him.
Substitution on the court.
5 seconds left in the third. Three-pointer, Butler. Whoa! Butler from the corner.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
Yeah, and where has the defense been? They've been content to let them fire away. They've got to close out.
And so it's the Golden State Warriors with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. And their three-point shooting has paved the way for them. And we'll be back with you shortly. In a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Yeah, that's high-level playmaking. He makes it look easy, but it's not.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. So with Butler sitting on the bench, here's the group that Steve Kerr has on the floor. Some kind of shooting in the backcourt for him. It's Curry and Hield. Gary Payton II is out there with Jonathan Kuminga. And it's Jackson Davis in at the 5, patrolling the paint. 6 on the shot clock. But drive by Henderson. And then Henderson with the jam.
A little like Donovan Mitchell there. Henderson makes some really tough shots in traffic.
Curry kicks to Hield. 60 seconds off the clock here in the fourth. Buries it from three-point range.
Guys, he's been a one-man air raid coming at them time and time again.
Well, what I love about his three-point shooting is the spacing that he's adding. It makes things a lot easier for everyone else.
Outside Williams. Here's Sharp. Misses the 3, and he used the pump fake well there, but he couldn't capitalize. And we've got a whistle. The refs are indicating it's a transition take foul. It's going to be a shot and the ball. Avdia's checked in for Klingon. Warriors leading by 6. Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock into it. Here's Knox. From outside, off the mark. Portland's gone outside a lot tonight. 17 times, in fact. 7 of 17. Golden State's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. And there's a whistle. It goes on Shaedon Sharp. That's his first foul. And the Warriors making a change here. Spencer's checked in, and the Trailblazers making a change here as well. Simons, he's checked in for Shaedon Sharp. And it's Williams with the ball for the Trailblazers. They trail by 6. And Buddy Hield is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
Hield against Simon. Pass to Williams. Kicks it out to Grant. Sinks the triple. Grant's got his first 3 points of the game.
And I love Grant's mindset. Readies himself to shoot as soon as he touches the ball.
From downtown, Knox misses. Trailblazers trail by 3. Grant surveying the D. To the middle. Here's Williams. A shake. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And the energy of Williams, it's infectious. Amazing at using it to block shots, rebound, score, whatever they ask of him.
Well, make no mistake, this is exactly who they want at the line in this situation.
Curry passes to Knox. Here's Payton. Back to Knox. That's in, coming off an assist from Payton. Knox has got himself on the board with 3 there.
The defenders need to recognize the importance of staying on him as we get into correction.
And it's Gary Payton II with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. 1:56 left in the fourth quarter. Simons from outside. Trains the three-pointer.
Well, this is what he does. A proven scorer in the clutch.
Pass to Knox. A 3. Avdia with the rebound.
Yeah, there's no reason for the defense to get out on him right now. Just let him keep taking that shot until he shows them he's going to knock it down.
And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Warriors.
Well, they've really been sharing the basketball. All coaches talk about that, try to get their teams to do it. Really great when you see it in action.
And they've also been steady from the three-point line and doing a good job creating room for their shooters and then converting.
And here's Green outside. Portland grabs the miss. Simons with the ball. The kick out to Williams. Portland moving the ball over. Pass to Simons. 6 to shoot. Ayton sets the pick for Avdia. To to take the lead. The kick out to Williams. Here's Kamara. Avdia up top. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time.
And those are the kinds of mistakes that are magnified when we're talking about a game down the stretch.
Jeremy Grant, who's checked in for Portland. Curry against Simon. Butler from outside. Nails the triple.
Big time basket at a big time moment.
Yeah, don't you just love to see a player embrace that kind of pressure?
Kicks it out to Grant. From deep. Green with the rebound. Here's Golden State now. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Moody the pass to Curry. They kick it out to Green. Good, and Butler gets the assist. Now it's a 6-point Warrior lead.
Well, credit them for maintaining that aggression, even being up this much.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, just protect the ball, make smart decisions, don't give them a chance to get back in the game.
Offensive rebound. Ayton.
It counts. And if I'm his coach, I'm very pleased with this kind of energy on the offensive glass. Textbook play.
So it's a narrow victory for the Warriors, pulling out the W. All right, DA, thanks again. And that's going to do it tonight.